All right, we're going live. It says I'm live. So let me see if the chat's working. I don't see nobody in the chat. Let me reload the chat. Make sure I got that correct. All right, there's nobody in the chat. Oh, dang. All right. Welcome. Live from the crossroads of America. Don't know who I'm talking to here because I don't see anybody in the chat. A 1 hour talk show, shooting with disabilities, guns, politics, or anything else that crosses our mind. We'll answer questions from the audience if I ever get any, either in the chat or by email at ricklifeasIseeit@gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com. All right, let me try something here. Why isn't my chat working? Aha! Okay. This happened to me once before. Okay. I got live chat back up, and there's Raphael's in there at least. I don't know who else. 2 Live Moo. Yeah, okay. I see. I had opened. What happened was earlier today, I set this up. Well, I say earlier today, but a half hour before the show. I set it up, and for some reason, I hit the refresh button. So it set up another chat room. And it's the second chat room everybody's using.
Oh, yeah. Good help is hard to find.
I know it is. Well, welcome, everybody. And let me introduce my panel. I got New York Outcast. How you doing?
Doing well. Thanks for having me, Rick.
All right. Then we got the Patriot in the Dark.
Well, good evening, everyone.
And, of course, we got the one and only Tony.
Howdy, people.
All right. And I said we got Raphael and 2 Live Moo. I don't know who else is in there because they're not, I don't know if this chat opened from the very beginning or just when I clicked on it. I don't know. But anyway, what's new with everybody? As I was telling everybody before we went live, I'm assuming everybody knows I got the Uberti 1875 Outlaw. And I took it down the range Monday. I shot 3 rounds, and the cylinder jammed on me. And the trigger wouldn't go. And I didn't know what to do because it's a new gun. I had no clue. So I came home all mad, and then I decided to yank out. What's that thing called, Tony? That holds the cylinder in?
It's the cylinder pin, man.
Yeah, the pin that hoses I put a cloth around it and grabbed it with a set of pliers and yanked it out. And I thought, oh God, I hope this doesn't break. But the cylinder popped out, and I managed to get the 2 live rounds out of it. And I thought, my gun's broken, But I was messing around, and of course, I'm thinking it's the ammo. So I'm playing around with the ammo, and I find some more that seemed to fit in, no problem. I took it down the range again on Tuesday. All 5 fired, but it jammed the cylinder trying to unload it. Hey, Jason, good to see you. So, after long discussion with the morning chat group, I decided it's the ammo. Because I bought MagTech cowboy loads. The guy at the store recommended it to me. That should be my first, that should be my first sort of red flag. Yeah, because he's trying to sell something that we're really stuck with. You know what I'm saying?
Not all the time. Yeah,
but
not
anyway,
every time, but.
So that's what, hey, Mystic Guns. So that's what happened there. But in the meantime, besides the gun giving me hassles, the first day, go back, because I said I only fired 3 rounds, and I threw the gun in the box and threw the box back in the truck. Then I had to go get my targets. I only used 1 target, and I got my shepherd's hook in, and I was trying to lift it out, and it wouldn't come out. And I thought, God dang, I'm as weak as a kitten. So I put my shoulder I sort of squatted just a little bit to get my shoulder, because these are 5 foot what you call it, shepherd's hooks. So I squatted a little bit, well, bent my knees a little bit, got my shoulder underneath it, and pulled the damn thing out of the ground. And oh my God, my back was okay until I got home and relaxed. Then I couldn't move. Of course, Tuesday, because I wanted to fire the gun again, I went down the range, and I was in agony. But I went anyway, because I was going to make this thing work, you know. And instead of putting up the target, what I done was I shot at it. There was a big old weed growing on the berm, so I used that as my target, and I was shooting at that before it jammed up on me. But I got home yesterday, and I was in so much agony. I talked for a little while in the chat, then I can't think of the name of them now. The doctor, I've only got one left. The doctor gave me, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, gave me some painkillers. I mean, they make me drowsy. That's why I haven't taken one for over a year. But my back hurt so much yesterday. I took one yesterday afternoon. Man, I slept. I dozed all afternoon, all evening, and went to bed, slept like a baby. Woke up this morning, my back's not feeling too bad today. So,
Is your scooter rear-wheel drive, Rick?
is my scooter rear-wheel drive? Yeah.
Is there room, like where the fender area is? Do you have an inch or two of room above your tire?
Why?
I'm just thinking, it may be possible, maybe with some type of dog leash or something, it would have to be heavy duty, that you could hook something to that bar on the bottom of your shepherd's hook. If you can get it where it goes horizontal to the ground, that's basically sitting in the ground, and have the chain there, you could pretty much lean down, wrap that chain around your tire, hit the gas, and it'll pull up. The tire will bring it up.
Oh, I'm with you. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Granted, depending how hard it's pinned, it may be an issue, but those scooters usually have a pretty good torque rating, and I assume your tires are probably solid. So if you got the right setup, it would be quite easy. You just back up, lean over, turn the thing on, boom, pops it up. Basically good to go.
Yeah, but I'll be honest with you, I haven't been taking my scooter lately. I've been trying to.
I'm just trying to.
I don't like. I'm not even. I said this before. I think before you even joined us, I don't like using it unless I absolutely have to, because I feel if I use it regularly, I feel I'm going to start relying on it. Then I'll do less walking than I do now, and eventually I won't be able to walk at all. So. I try to walk, and I'll take a chair with me to sit in. If my back starts hurting, I'll take a chair and I'll sit in a chair and shoot. That I could take the scooter, I guess, but I just haven't been doing it lately. Ever since I got this new back brace, I've been trying to walk.
I was just trying to throw an idea.
Oh yeah, it's a great idea.
Easy to do or something. Obviously, I don't want to encourage you not to walk around or whatever. It comes to your
it is a good idea.
If you don't use them, you lose them. So
yeah.
Well, there's another thing. You could always get a piece of PVC that would go over the end of that shepherd's hook, and especially if that's. You go down there. I don't know. I would ask, of course, but to drive a piece of PVC in the ground or something, or a pipe. I don't know why I say PVC, but something that would stay there. Then you could sit it in there, and it might not be tight.
Oh yeah,
then it would just be in a collar or something. But
with my stimulus check, I bought this system now that I need to use 1 inch electrical conduit, that the metal stuff, pipes, and I don't know if you guys can see it on the camera here, the ones that and you go through there and you stick the legs on here and it holds up, and you stick a pipe across the middle, and you don't have to fix them to it if you don't want to. So I'm thinking about doing that. That way I can set it up real easy, take it down real easy, and have no problems.
You got a damn four-wheel
I
drive
even got
truck, don't you?
the on it. What?
You got a damn four-wheel drive truck, don't you?
Yeah.
You got mail.
Yeah.
There ain't no rod stuck in the ground too hard for that.
Might not use it the next time, but
I don't think the people who the committee would like seeing goddamn four-wheel tracks across the grass in front of the berm, because as I told you, it's only used 4 times a year, and there's the grass between the end of the concrete and where they set the targets up for the turkey shoot. That's beautiful green grass there, it's like a goddamn yard. It's so nice, and I don't think they would appreciate. I said tire tracks on there, for a four-wheel drive truck. So, no. But somebody gave me an idea. Somebody here in the chat, I can't remember who it was. Another idea I was thinking of doing was taking an 8-inch drill bit in my electric drill and drill holes in the hard ground when summertime comes and it gets hard.
I don't think it getting stuck in the ground as a result of anything but suction because the ground's so dang wet.
Yeah, right now it is, but I think they're using the drill in the summer when the ground's rock hard. But then again, I might use this new system I got here. That 1-inch galvanized conduit can't be that expensive. I need 5 pieces. If I go 5 foot each, that would, so with them spread out, that make the target about 4 foot high and a 5 foot spread. And I've got 2 steel targets. So I can buy some more and I'll hang them on there. That's what I'm thinking. So hey, Sabrina. So that's what this old crippled man's going to start doing. So I'm trying to make my life easier on the range with all the pain that I go through. So anyway, back to my story on my 45. I've already ordered the dies and everything else, but I ordered some brass today. So I'm going to start, before I fire it again, I'm going to load my own. Damn it. That was $40 a box, for Christ's sakes. I never paid that much for ammunition in my life.
Oh, man.
And that's not meant to be high quality. Jesus Christ, $40 a box.
Well, it costs more because they put a lot less powder in it.
So I'm going to start loading my own as soon as my dies get here. I can use the bullets for what I use from 45 ACP. It's the same thing, The only thing that worries me is crimping it. I bought the 4 die set, so it does have a crimper with it. So I'm hoping that will do the job, because doesn't revolver ammunition need to be crimped? Didn't somebody tell me that?
It's not that big of an issue on something that's fairly low powered.
Okay. Hey, G Webs is here too. And Kingpin has joined us, by the way. I don't know if anybody's noticed, but he snuck in. How you doing, Kingpin?
That's all right. I'm pretty easy to miss. What's up, everybody?
Yeah. How are things down there? Oh, I got some other good news. I went and had lunch 2 days in a row at Deb's Diner. They eased restrictions here. She's only opened up at 80%. And 80%, 50%. So when you walk in, it's every other table. She's got, can't sit here. Then there's a table. Then the next one says can't sit here. So there's a table between every group that goes in there for right now. So Monday I had a hamburger and fries, and yesterday I had Polish sausage, sauerkraut, and mashed potatoes and corn for lunch, and a big Dr. Pepper, $7. It was great. I might go there tomorrow morning for breakfast.
Now, was your favorite table open, or was that one that they blocked?
No, my favorite table was one of the ones that are closed.
Oh,
It's kind of a bummer, so I have to sit in a different table, but that's okay. It's good to be back. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing I missed during this thing was going down there.
So your life's back to normal.
My life's back to normal now. My life is back to normal. So, what more can I ask? This old fat boy is, dumb, fat, and happy. So, are they giving us another stimulus check? Because I'm thinking what else I can buy. That's all I was asking for. I'm asking for a friend, I don't personally, I don't think we can afford the debt, but hell, we can't afford to pay back what we already owe. So, what's another couple of trillion? And as Trump said, the interest rate is 0. So you're not paying any interest on all this trillions you're borrowing.
Well, it just moves it from my grandkids paying for it to the great grandkids.
Hey, Sabrina. Sorry to hear you're not feeling well. So, anyway, she wrote in there she wasn't feeling well, so I just wanted to say, hope you feel better soon.
yeah. Hey, out there.
Yes. Okay. Now you heard my woes of the disabled shooter, my 1875 single action, and my problems with doing targets and stuff. In the everyday life of Rick's life as I see it.
I've got a question about that gun, Rick.
Yes.
Maybe Tony, if he's a revolver guy in here, could help this out.
Tony's more knowledgeable about him than I am.
Where the rounds are kind of kept in place because you have the rear of the frame that kind of circles around like the cylinder there. Do you track what I'm saying, or you understand what I'm saying, Tony? The back side of it. Okay, I just want to make sure. So, could that be, filed down, polished, or something like that to allow tolerance so he can use just ammo off the shelf? Like, it doesn't have to be 100% spec. Like, is that something he could send back to you, Birdie? Is that how they would fix it?
They would probably.
Or is that just how the gun's going to be?
They would probably file the front of the cylinder. There's a little protrusion on that you could file to make the cylinder a little loose.
Okay.
But with mine, I have never shot any store-bought ammo out of mine, and I have never had a problem.
Okay.
But I have a box.
I'm just curious.
I have a box of the same stuff he's got, and it does want to hang with that.
Say a different box, different state, same firearm, same model of firearm, and his hangs up when he was just sitting there loading it and turning it.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if there was a fix to that, or a cheap fix that maybe you could do, so you could also use what's off the shelf. But
cheap fixes don't buy that. Cheap fixes don't buy that crap anymore.
Or at least know what you're getting into.
Hey, anybody want a box and 3/4 of 45 long Colt, Mag Tech, cowboy rounds? I'll give you a good price.
Now, given a little time, the gun may start shooting them once it gets a little.
Oh yeah, I know. I was joking there, But before I shoot it again, I'm going to load my own. That I'm, hope and see. I'm going to load my own to follow the load info and see if it works without giving me grief. This is a beautiful gun. It really is. And I cleaned it yesterday. And I even got some Mother's mag and aluminium. Is that how you pronounce it? Aluminum, as we used to say. Is it aluminium here?
No, it's aluminum.
No. Okay. So I got some of that polish here to clean the front of the cylinder because it gets as black as hell and it don't come off. So that's what that's
now
for.
With that old, with that ammo that you have, I mean, you've measured it with your calipers and stuff, and you see the difference of what it should be and what it is.
Yeah, they're not all the same.
Is that?
I took random samples, right. and some of them are just sort of like a thousandth over the actual overall length, and that's what's making and that's the problem because the tolerances on that cylinder are so tight. They it can't be the overall length. You just can't be over it.
Now I have a really dumb question for a guy that doesn't reload. Is that something that you can deal with your press? I mean, would you have to pull the bullets and redo them, or is it something that you can kind of? I
don't know. Could you do that, Tony? Could you take
you run those through
and put them there and sort of like push them down a little bit to shorten the overall length?
The problem is not the overall length; it's the rim thickness.
Oh, okay.
And the press don't do any sizing on the rim.
Okay, there. See, he knew more about when I was explaining it in my layman's terms, and Tony understood what I was talking about. See.
Yeah.
But don't you also want to be careful not to, some of those loads, don't you have to have a gap between the powder and the projectile itself?
With what he's got, he's going to be fine either way.
Yeah, and I got powder. Yeah, and I got the powder for it. Trail Boss is what it's called. You open it up, they're tiny little miniature donuts. That's what the powder looks like. The grains of the powder are tiny little donuts. So it's big. It's big. It's big powder. So it's going to take. So from what I can figure, what Tony's saying, it's going to fill the brass up almost.
Yeah, there's no way you can double charge it with that. None.
If you're not a reloader, then a gun like this may not be, ideal unless you plan on searching for going through 5-6 different ammo selections. I assume to find which one you'd like and be stuck with the rest.
Yes.
Is there that many manufacturers out there that make ammunition for that round?
Oh yeah, they all do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all. I mean, all the major brands make it. The guy in the store, I said, "Look, I just want some 45 Colt for this gun here, about 100 rounds, just for basically plinking." And he said, "Well, use that stuff there." Of course, I said I should have taken that as the first red flag that he's trying to get rid of some stuff that they being stuck with, So I was so excited about buying my new gun. I wasn't really paying attention to that, and he got me. But anyway. But besides that, I said I cleaned it yesterday. It's looking beautiful again, like brand new. So I'll more likely be out there. I'm more likely be out there next. That stuff will more likely come. What's today? Wednesday. Oh, if that's. Let's see. I would imagine everything will be here by next Wednesday. That gives it 7 days. And I'll reload and I'll be down there hopefully one day next week firing my own reloads to see if it works.
Now, the important question, how did it shoot? I mean, you
Oh.
did shoot it a few times.
Yes.
Was it?
When I was using the still target, the 3 shots I managed to fire. Was it 3? I can't remember. Anyway, I missed the target every time. But for the simple reason was that front fixed sight. I've realized I've got to sort of like hold it I was shooting below the target because I'm looking at the top of the sight. So I got to raise it up where I'm actually aiming for it to hit. Because when I done that when I was using that weed that I was using as a target Tuesday, I hit I was hitting the weed because I was holding it further up.
That's probably why you were missing. You were hitting the weed.
Yeah. So I mean, that cowboy load. I mean, it's a easy shooting gun. It didn't hurt my hands at all, but it's a heavy son of a bitch. I tried to be a cowboy and tried to cock it and shoot it with one hand. Damn, I would have been shot to hell by the time I got it done. Oh, I mean, I don't know how much it weighs, but don't forget, it's the 7.5 inch barrel. So it's a big old boy. It's definitely a hog leg,
Do you
Is it,
still
and it's
like
got wood
it?
grips?
What?
Go ahead, Patriot.
I was just going to add, it's got the wood grips,
Yes.
of course, or
Wood grips.
Now, you still like it, Rick?
What, the gun?
Are you still happy with your purchase? Even
Oh, yeah.
though you had issues, you can't necessarily blame the gun, but, it's heavy. It's, the first experience wasn't great.
I still like it, and I'm going to enjoy shooting it. I'm not saying it's going to go down the range with me every time I go, but it would be one. It'd be one of the top ones that go with me. Once I, reload my own or buy some ammo that actually works in it.
Yeah.
But no, I liked it. I mean, when I had the first problem and it scared the hell out of me, I thought I broke my gun. I'm thinking $620 here and it's broke. Of course, I was swearing at Sean and Tony.
Well, I'm going to jump in before Patriot does, and I'm going to offer you half price right now, cash.
Okay.
No, that's all right. But I was swearing at Sean and Tony for talking me into it. I blame them for me buying it.
Have you watched any cowboy movies with it and played along? Yeah.
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. But
The weekend's coming.
The weekend's coming. That's right.
You got it. You'll most likely notice more people that carried that damn thing in movies.
Have you started practicing your Yahoos yet?
Well, I decided I'm going to sort of like play the what's his name out of The Unforgiven. Is it English Bob? It was more sophisticated, Queen and Country and all that.
Ended up dead.
What?
He also ended up dead.
No, he didn't. He got the shit beat out of him.
And nobody lives forever.
I think G Webs has got some really good advice for you out in the chat, Rick.
Oh, yes? What is it?
What do you say?
Oh,
Never listen to Pornery. Never listen to Pornery.
Yes, you're right. Yes, you're right there, G Webs. That was my mistake listening to him. I was looking for what I was going to buy, and he was talking about this, and I pulled it up here and looked at it on the web page, and my God, it was a good-looking gun. So I bit the bullet, and actually seeing it in person, it's a sweet-looking gun. It really is. So
does it come in a plastic box, or did you get a wood
what?
box? The box.
You get a cardboard box. don't guns come in plastic cases anymore? I've only ever had one gun
Lesson
in a
does.
plastic case, and that was my very first firearm I ever purchased, and that was my M&P 45. Came in a nice blue plastic box with holes you can put padlocks on. Every other gun I've ever bought comes in a cardboard box. Kind of disappointing, really. You know?
Yeah, when I first started, I bought all new plastic boxes, and I got a stack of them. If you want some, I'll send you them. I mean, they're nice for obviously taking to the range or something if you're carrying, but.
I've always liked a decent box for the fact that like resale, if you ever wanted to or needed to or anything like that. It's nice to have everything that came with it, with whatever you buy.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, even though they came in cardboard boxes, you can't. Well, you actually, if you look at the screen, you can.
You got to be more careful with those.
Yeah. There. You know, I keep every box that every gun came in. You know, I'm going to have to either get a plastic carry case for this, or just get a holster and put it into my range when I go down. Put it in my range bag when I go down the range. You know,
Just stuff it in your friggin' belt.
Oh, Patrick says, "Hell, I told you to get
sash
it
around your waist.
357 Magnum, more powerful and cheaper to shoot. Now you have problems." Well,
Same
Just twirl it around on your finger until you get to the range, right?
you know, what's called? Well, no, I think I would have still had the same problem with the 357 because of the tolerance of the firearm, and that's with that cylinder. I mean, it is tight. I mean, there's no wiggle room in it. My goddamn, my 380 wiggles more than that cylinder does in that in that 1875. You know.
My two Smith & Wesson revolvers wiggle more than the 1875 does too.
Yeah, I got a 45. Yeah, G-Wed says I got a 45 Colt before a 357 Magnum. Absolutely. I don't know, but I see now. This is going to. I was going to say you Americans, but I am an American. I'm saying you.
What?
How can I put this? It seems that gun people that I know, right, seem to be obsessed with 357 Magnum and AR-15s. Those two things, and it blows my mind. You know.
I don't have either.
You know, I don't either.
AR-15s are pretty awesome.
The what?
AR-15s are pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I like 357, but I don't go all crazy over it. But I do get the hype behind the AR-15s. Are pretty awesome.
Well, to be honest with you, I said I got my little pop gun. You know, my M&P 1522 that looks like an AR-15 format. That was a purchase buy. I don't regret buying it. You know, but I don't use it that much. I mean, I thought it would grow on me, the AR-15 platform, by looking at that thing, but it just doesn't. The AR-15 just, I guess I'm old-fashioned. To me, I like a rifle with wood on it. You know,
You can get wood out of an AR-15. You're adding weight, but
you're adding price too. You seen the price of wood for those things? I checked it out. Yeah.
But just think of what you would have if you were still in England.
You know. But anyway, I just wanted to mention that 357 and AR-15 just seems to be an obsession about them in this country. That's all I'm saying. You know.
you are a transplant, so can't expect you to be 100%, but you got the basic.
Yeah. I may get a 50. I mean, the reason I mean, another reason why I haven't bought for like a 44 Magnum or a 357 or the big O was it the big O 500. The reason I haven't bought those kind of guns is I don't know if my hands can handle it. I might be able to shoot it, 3 or 4 times. Then the pain. Well, I might be able to shoot it for a little while. If it doesn't hurt me then, I know later in a couple of hours my hands will actually be killing me.
You could
Just
shoot them with quite a bit
Just get
lighter
in a
bullets
mare's
in it.
leg.
See, this is nothing. Shoot it with lower. If you're
Well,
going
you
to have
get
a gun that's a 357 or a 44 Magnum, you might as well shoot it what it was made for.
didn't let
Or
me
not
finish.
shoot it at all.
You didn't let me finish. I was going to say, but why would you buy it if you ain't going to shoot it with what it's supposed to have in it?
Yeah, exactly. If you're gonna buy a 44 Magnum, why shoot 44 specials in it? I can understand shooting 44 specials every now and then just for something to do to save you, but a 44 Magnum is meant to shoot 44 Magnums. Same with the 357. Why shoot 38 specials in them when it's a 357 Magnum? No, I do own a 38 special. But it's not a 357 Magnum. It's actually a 38 special.
Well,
It's
the
a
38,
Options are always nice. If you
38
can run 2 calibers, that's a plus, whether you choose to or not. It's options are always nice. Sometimes things happen, so having having another option isn't a bad thing, in my opinion. Whether you use it or not, that's up to you.
the reasoning on the 38 357 is that 38 special is considerably cheaper than 357 Magnum, but 44 ain't that way.
Okay. Oh, we got another Guns and Barbecues joined us. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Yourself? Sorry I'm late.
That's all right. No problem. Midnight Range
Your
out.
pay's docked.
Midnight Range out in the chat said this guy hates mac and cheese. 357 Magnums, AR-15s. Who in the hell signed this guy's papers? Pack it up, head back to England, pal. Nobody signed my papers. I am an American citizen by birth. That's all there is to it. I was born. My father was American.
Abroad.
I was born on American soil in England. It was on a military base, so it's classed as American soil.
Born abroad.
Yep. That's what my birth certificate says. U.S. citizen, born abroad. So I'm sorry, you guys are fucked with me.
Well, I ain't no AR fan either,
Yeah.
although I do like macaroni and cheese.
Man, mac and cheese.
Yeah, yeah, it's strange.
How can you eat mac and cheese?
How can you not?
It just. I don't know. It's like eating. I guess it's. To me, it's like eating. I don't like macaroni anyway. It's never appealed to me. And smothering it in cheese is just. I don't. Ugh.
American.
It makes me. It sends a shiver down my spine just thinking about it. I remember.
We might need to check that birth certificate.
I went to somebody's. I can't remember where it was in. It was in Connecticut. I went to somebody. Some guy. Oh yeah, some guy invited about 4 or 5 of us over for dinner, and he served us mac and cheese. Oh my God! I had about two forkfuls or spoonfuls. I can't remember what I ate it with, and that was it. I couldn't take any more. I was about ready to. And he said to me, "What's wrong?" I said, "Oh, I'm not." I said, "I'm not feeling too good."
You are a freaking commie, ain't you?
On the way home, I swung into Burger King, got me a couple of burgers.
And You don't like bacon either, do you?
I love bacon.
Oh, okay.
But it's probably slimy and half raw like they do over in Britain.
Canadian bacon.
Let's see. It's probably that stuff that's just thinly sliced ham.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Dude,
mean,
have you
you know,
tried the
I have learned to like American bacon. It's crispy. You know,
Have you ate the Velveeta macaroni and cheese?
no, I tell you, I don't eat macaroni and cheese. I said I had those 2 spoonfuls or whatever it was that time years ago. I mean, I tried it before when I was a kid, and I didn't like it, so I never ate it again. You know,
Well, that deluxe has come a long way in my
Yeah,
opinion.
no kidding.
Much better than that the box stuff. So, but I don't know what it is. Every once in a while, that box stuff, man, it just hits the spot. Something about it, that powders and chemicals, I assume. I don't know. Just takes you back.
yeah. Yeah. We turned
I like-
into food track here in the chat here. They're all talking about mac and cheese now. Yeah.
It's just going, man.
The American staple.
I
Mac
like
and
going and
Lasagna
getting
tonight.
the 30-cent bucks.
I'd rather just,
You have
as
to check
I
out.
told you guys before, I could throw hamburgers on the grill every night. It wouldn't bother me in the slightest. You know?
Actually, I could too, but I take macaroni and cheese after we've had it, and then I put it in the oven with some Parmesan Romano mix and breadcrumbs on it the next time we eat it. Man, it's really good the second time too.
You say so. I'll take your word on it. Now, I mean, don't get me wrong. As you know, guys, I don't have a problem with cheese, per se. I'm
That's what makes it even worse.
I'm making-
Why do you hate mac and cheese?
I'm having grilled cheese sandwiches tonight for dinner. You know?
What you need to do is go
He's
to
just
Midnight's
messing with us.
channel and look up his grilled or his macaroni and cheese with
Yeah.
the Gouda and all that stuff. You need to check that one out.
You know? And I'll eat and what I call Welsh rabbit, which is cheese on toast done under the broiler. But you have to use, I mean, don't insult me by using American cheese. You got to use a cheddar or something when you do it that way. American cheese is only good for grilled cheese sandwiches, and that's it. Because really, you think about it, American cheese is 2 molecules short of plastic.
It ain't cheese; it's cheese product.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's right. Rick doesn't even put cheese on a burger. Well, no, I don't. If I'm cooking burgers, I don't. But if I go to like Wendy's, McDonald's, one of those fast food restaurants, and I forget to say no cheese and it comes with cheese, I'll eat it. You know what I'm saying? But normally that's another peeve I have when I go to one of those things and the person says, "You want cheese on that?" I said, if I wanted cheese, I would say so. You know? I mean, as I said, we've had this discussion many a
Dude,
time.
I'd be like, of course I want cheese. That's on the picture.
America.
Yeah.
Problem.
In America,
Friggin' America, ain't it?
in America here, you're obsessed with cheese in the morning. And I do not
What do you
understand.
mean? No cheese? You gotta ask for it? Come on.
You know, I mean, and like when you have a bacon and egg sandwich, you got to have cheese on it in the morning. For Christ's sakes, come on! Cheese is a lunch,
Come
dinner
on, man.
thing, not a morning thing.
I don't know about you, Rick. You're pushing it now.
You know,
I'm telling you, man, nothing like cheese and bacon on freaking
Oh,
French
God.
fries.
I mean, as I said, if I don't mention it that I don't want the cheese, if I go to one of these places, the cheese comes with it. I will eat it, but if I do my ordering, I will not.
The only way this could be better is if you had relocated to Wisconsin.
No, actually, Rick says Welsh rabbit is just a fancy pants British grilled cheese. Well, there's grilled cheese. Welsh rabbit
Faced.
is on toast. And a grilled cheese, when you eat a grilled cheese, you're not eating toast. It's because it's grilled in a pan. It's fried, basically.
Depends
Right?
on who makes it.
So, yeah, but I mean, it's not toast. No matter how you look at it, it's not toast. It's bread, but it ain't toast.
It's
Well,
all in
it
the
depends on who
details.
makes it, because if you listen to the secrets of the waffle cook, you can do it that way. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to get him in trouble.
Doing a grilled cheese with toast just ain't grilled cheese, is it? Come on. Grilled cheese is an American item, ain't it? Now I have gone over to. Normally, I used to do it with butter, but I've gone over to mayonnaise lately. Doing my grilled cheese with mayonnaise on it instead of butter.
Please don't do this to me.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that either. Although
Can we go back to talking about
The
cheese,
toasted
please?
buns with
Yeah.
mayonnaise aren't bad if I don't know about
That
it.
sounds horrific.
It makes
It's all kinds of fun when everybody's making fun of you, Rick, but when they start making fun of me, I'm not going to enjoy it.
blame Patriot for that. He's the one that told me to do it.
Do it.
Patriot's a blind guy.
They all look the same, those containers, don't they?
He put strawberry jelly on his toast the other day, thinking it was mayonnaise. Like he said, he can't tell the difference. He just grabs the first jar he can reach.
But anyway, so we've had the cheese discussion again.
It wasn't a can or a jar of crushed garlic.
Yeah. Well, I said my favorite cheese. I got two. My favorite cheese is just plain old English cheddar cheese, sharp English cheddar cheese. Then my next one is a French one. Was it Bousson? It's called. It's like a cream cheese with garlic. I like that. So
I can deal with that.
Cream and cheese shouldn't be in the same sentence.
Some cream cheese is good. Throw that on an everything bagel or something like that. That's a good snack.
People try to pull off that cottage stuff too and call that cheese. That if cottage is in front of the word cheese, we don't want that either.
that is a
stay away from that.
Kingpin. You are right. How in the hell is cottage cheese cheese?
Because they didn't
This
want
is
to call
not
it
strange.
spoiled milk.
I mean, I'd rather eat American cheese before I eat cottage cheese.
Cottage cheese is great with barbecued potato chips.
So, it's yeah. I mean, I'll eat some European cheeses too. I don't mind those.
What about goat cheese?
Hey, Midnight Range agrees with me. Bousson is a slamming. It's a slamming cheese. Fantastic. It really is. So, I look for it over here, but I don't always see it on the shelf. So,
You probably hate buttermilk too.
oh God, that's disgusting as well.
I knew it.
Chocolate milk. I mean, I'll eat now milk. I'll have milk in coffee. I have milk on cereal. But damn if I'll drink it. Ugh. Unless it's chocolate milk.
Milk and coffee. What is wrong with you?
Tommy, I'm telling you.
I'm thinking if we go look in his,
Mess up a good cup of coffee with milk and sugar. Yeah.
Now I used to have milk and sugar.
if we go look in his garage, we're gonna find a red flag with a sickle and a moon on it.
I used to have tea. I used to have milk in my tea, but I don't anymore. I drink my tea black with just sugar in it. And I can drink it without sugar, but hell, if I got the sugar, I might as well use it. When I run out of sugar, I'll drink it without. And I like iced tea as well. That's a good American invention, iced tea. I prefer if I'm drinking iced tea, I prefer sweet iced tea to just regular iced tea.
Thank God you said regular iced tea. Because I've never understood the point in calling it unsweet tea. You don't put sugar in something, then take it back out.
You're right. It's regular. It's regular iced tea. Is what it is. Unsweetened iced tea. Yeah, it just doesn't work.
There's a reason though, because you have sweetened tea that's normal sweet, and then you have sweet tea that is absurdly sweet.
Plus,
Crunchy.
if you offer somebody a glass of iced tea, the average person, when you hand them a glass of unsweetened iced tea, is going to be like, "What the hell did you just give me? Are you playing a joke?"
Yeah, I like sweet tea.
I like sweet tea as well. Somebody's there making fun of me about British crumpets. Crumpets are nice. They
Isn't
also
that a biscuit, like a hard biscuit?
in slang, trumpet was also used when I was growing up as a kid, a young man, early teens. A crumpet was also a word to describe a good-looking female. In case you guys ever see an old British movie and they go, "That's nice. That's a nice piece of crumpet." They're talking about a woman, a girl.
Did you guys have like regular cookies, like chocolate chip cookies and stuff?
They call them
And those,
biscuits.
most of the time, you would call cookies like a biscuit, right?
Excuse me, they're biscuits. They're not cookies. They're biscuits.
Did you have chocolate chip biscuits?
Yes. Yes. But, I mean, I prefer shortbreads myself. Biscuits.
The whole driveway, parkway, things like that. I get it, makes sense. Like that style works, but some of this other stuff just blows my mind. From biscuits out of cookies or whatever. Just
So you got to
it's
remember.
weird how
You got to remember. The British language was there before American slang was brought up.
Before we corrected it.
And
You know,
do we have more words per se than the British do, or like in their language?
no. I mean, you just
Or
have.
do they have, no?
I mean, basically, well, how's the old saying going? We speak the same language, but it's different. I mean,
We do have,
Well-
do too have more words because we have cookies.
Right. I think the saying goes. We speak the same language. We just made it better. I think that's how it goes. That's how it should
I don't
go.
think so. You can't better. You cannot better the Queen's English.
Well, some
Again,
of it's very
cookies.
descriptive events where we blow over things, but we interpret body language and a lot of other things with words. So, sarcasm's hard to distinguish at times and things like that. But so I was just curious because maybe that's why some of this is like that. But
Yeah,
with
plus
that
we
line of
around
thinking,
that tea and
why do we park in our driveway? It doesn't make sense. So.
Maybe unless you're in a class and you ask for an eraser.
You know what? When I first moved here back in '95, after being in Europe for almost 30 years, when I went to the first, so I was still working for the military then, in the commissary. Pulled into the parking lot, but it took me a long time to call it a parking lot because it's a car park.
Andrew Faulkner's got a very important question. He says, "What do they call biscuits in England?"
Roll.
Gotcha. Rolls.
Yeah.
So you would have rolls and gravy for breakfast.
But that is not a British dish. That's an American dish.
Let me guess. You
So
don't
we
like
made all the cooking better
gravy.
too.
I like biscuits and gravy. I really do. I had some down at Deb's one time. She took it off the menu now.
Well, that's good.
What do you guys call rolls then?
That is right. Their double Devon cream is nice. It really is. You know?
That's a very good question, Guns and Barbecue.
What was
How about
that?
that, Rick?
Yeah, it
What do
is.
you call rolls?
This is gonna go on and on.
Rolls are rolls.
So rolls are biscuits?
A
So
biscuit,
what you're telling me is rolls are cookies?
a roll is a roll. A biscuit is a roll. It's bread. If it's made out of bread or a biscuit like a biscuit that you would have, that I mean that I'm trying call it a roll. I'm trying to think about no, I was wrong. It's been a long don't forget it's been 30 years. So what did we used to call the biscuit? I'm trying to think now. Let me think.
Cookies.
No, hell, it's gone. I have to think about it. There is a word for it. There is a name
Toast.
for it. And I can't remember what it is now.
I bet you there's a word for it in English. Just saying.
A scone.
Yep.
Isn't a scone something too? No.
You know what in the hell was? Oh,
I don't think
yeah,
we heard
a
you.
biscuit is a scone.
I just said that.
You don't listen.
I told you
okay.
he couldn't hear you.
I didn't hear you.
He was deep in
I
thought.
said a scone.
I didn't hear you. Did you? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a scone. A biscuit is a scone.
So you have all them ridiculous names for stuff over there, and we have rolls, biscuits, and cookies.
Yeah, because you're commoners. That's why.
Yeah, hoods and trunk.
There's the Queen's English. You gotta, and once the Queen dies and Prince Charles becomes king or William becomes king, is it William? Whichever one's still over there, then it would become the King's English. So
You know what happens when
Hell, they keep
we elect a new president after 10 years of Donald Trump? And Donald Trump Jr. We're not going to call it Trump Jr.'s English. We're just going to call it English.
yeah.
I don't know how you can even think the British language is remotely worth a shit because they can't even pronounce aluminum.
It's aluminium.
I see advantages of some.
I mean, even
some of
spelling,
it
even
restrictive.
my God, this chat went totally off the rails. But
Beyond Rick Day.
even spellings, you guys even messed up the spellings of words. Like color, it's COLUROR. There's a U in color. Checks, there's a Q in it.
All right, here's a good way to test this.
If you're communist,
Pack up all your stuff and visit every other country on the planet and see how they spell color. And I bet you they spell it the way the Americans do.
Yeah, because they're lazy.
Well, it may be lazy. It may be lazy, but just like the Eastern Standard Time Zone, it's the only language that matters.
I bet you Canada spells it the same way as England.
Thing
Canada
is
sucks.
that we spell that stuff with shorter words because we had to buy friggin' ink from England.
So. What's ink got to do with England? What are you talking about?
Back in the early part of our country's history.
Yeah, don't you remember when we dumped all the England into the harbor? All the ink into the harbor?
I thought that was tea.
That was tea.
right.
That was the invention of iced tea right there.
Hey, another word that
Boston Tea Party.
I mean, yeah, mind you, I'm not saying this. I mean, I pronounce words wrong because I think the way I was brought up in American, my father being an American and my mother English, and working and living on American base, but being around English people and American people, I get totally. As growing up, I got totally confused, and the way I pronounce stuff, like you all laugh at me when I pronounce Chicago, So What can I say?
Hell, we don't
I,
care how you pronounce cargo.
I've been
Yeah, we
calling
all
it
hate
something
that.
similar to that for years. Yeah, I just broke down the word a little bit, but I just thought it was always funny,
Yeah.
especially
Aluminium
traveling
foil.
through with a firearm. You're just like, shit, cargo. It's nowhere you want to be.
Yeah, but didn't the Americans come up with the word tinfoil or aluminium foil? You know,
I don't
Yeah,
I don't
we got
know.
it from the aliens.
Yeah.
Ceramic.
Talking about aliens. It's 8:00 already, guys. Talking about aliens. I told you guys some of the weird shows I like watching on TV. You know, but I like watching stuff about monsters and stuff like that. The latest one that's got my attention, it's called the Skinwalker Ranch. Have you been watching that? That has got UFOs and all other kinds of stuff in it, and animal mutilations, all kinds of weird stuff. It's based in Utah.
crazy stuff.
You know, it's a famous ranch in Utah. That it's been known to have cattle being mutilated on there, and they don't know why. You know. So, no, Sabrina says it's 2
People in
a.m.
a field about 100 feet away, supposedly.
You know.
And there's photos of orbs, supposedly, and all types of stuff that, apparently there's issues underground, but the government won't let anybody dig to find out. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
There is a lot of information on it. It's supposed to be legit.
In today's show, they were drilling, and things went wrong. They also got some creature attacking the llamas. Now they got on the range. You know, so I tell you, I'm all into that kind of stuff. That's why I like messing around with Rich, because he's in West Virginia, and that's where that show.
That's why he's buying the big guns.
You know, and those big old hillbillies go out there trying to find monsters in the Appalachians. You know.
You don't like mac and cheese, you better stay away from them hillbillies.
Nobody. Time you come 21, you should have outgrown mac and cheese, really. You know.
No.
You just switched from Kraft in the box with the powder to the deluxe with the cheese in it.
See you later, Rich. Hey, it's 8:00 and I'm about ready to wind this up too. But my quiz from last week, I think I've only got one entry so far because it was kind of difficult, I think, or people didn't understand my question. The question was for the
about scones.
It's to do with the movie Unforgiven, and when
Rolls.
I think it wasn't at the very beginning, but it was when Josie Wells was sneaking up on the Cherokee Indian. And he's talking. He's got the gun pointed at the Indian, and the Indian says something to him, and he goes, "Besides, it ain't supposed to be easy to sneak up behind an Indian." Then the Indian says his part. I want to know what he said and the real name of that Indian. That's all I asked for.
This is the movie Outlaw Josie Wales, not
Outlaw Josie Wells, not the Unforgiven. Sorry, the Outlaw Josie Wells. I was thinking the Unforgiven because I was watching that the other day. I watched it again. That's a good movie, but no, this is the Outlaw Josie Wells. So I want to know the name, the real name of the Indian, and I want to know what he said to Josie Wells when Josie Wells said to him, "Besides, it ain't supposed to be easy to sneak up behind an Indian." Email me as I see it at gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com. So there you go. So Kingpin's already done it. Like, check out Guns and Barbecue YouTube channel. Yeah, that's what
I gotta bail, guys. Take it easy.
What?
Take care.
I see it, Tony.
Hey, Tony. Let me close this down. I got a question for you, Patriot. All right. I want to say thank you for everybody for showing up. Don't forget, I don't know who's anybody on at 8 o'clock, but Matt, the what you call it, the leftist Matt, Never Enough Ammo's on at 9. Then after his show is Rants and Waves and Roll Call 219. So check those out tonight. So I want to thank you all for being here and listening to this chat that went totally off the rails. And I do apologize for that. We'll try to get back on track next week, but no guarantee. I will be back on Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern for my Rick's Life as I See It show. So I will see you all then. So I want to say good night to everybody and see you later.
Good night, Sabrina.